Hello, hello, hello. This is Gresh from the I Am CEO podcast, and I have a very special guest on the show today. I have Maribeth Decker of Sacred Grove. Maribeth, it's awesome to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here, Gresh. Yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Well, what I want to do is just read a little bit about Maribeth so you can hear about all the awesome things that she's been able to accomplish. And Maribeth Decker is the founder of Sacred Grove. And Sacred Grove is where people and pets heal and connect. Maribeth is an intuitive animal communicator and an energy healer. Maribeth, are you ready to speak to the I Am CEO community?
I am ready. Let's do this thing.
Awesome. Well, the first question I have is if there's anything additional you kind of want to let our readers and listeners know about your CEO story and what led you to start your business.
Well, yes, I'm actually a retired Navy officer, and then I joined an association and I was an employee. So this is my third career, and this is the first time I'm an entrepreneur. Completely different ball game. Holy crap. The reason I can see you get it. But what happened is I got this special gift after doing some energy healing, Reiki, and my animals started communicating with me, and my heart opened up, and I said, oh, this is what I want to do. And that's when I said, well, to do that, I'd like to make a little money. Let's do it as an entrepreneur, because I can't give it away I can't give it away. That's not my lifestyle. It doesn't support that. So that's how I got into the business of communicating with animals.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And, everybody has to pay bills. So it's funny when your passion kind of turns into an opportunity for you to generate revenue. And even though you would do it for free, you do have to charge so that you can actually be in business. So it's important to kind of keep that in mind. Yeah. So I wanted to drill a little bit deeper to find out and learn a little bit more about what services and how you serve your clients that you work with.
All right. So what I do is it's intuitive, telepathic, which may scare some people, but it's pretty simple. It's a way of, I feel like I communicate mind to mind, or even more, really more clear is soul to soul, because I get all kinds of things from the animals. So I'm able to do remote sessions, which in this land of sitting in traffic in the DC area is really a big deal for folks. And what I do is I work with people and their animals, and usually maybe there's behavioral problems, aggressive on leash, not peeing in the litter box, or just, if your dog peeing doing it in the house, stuff that sounds really mundane unless you're living with it. Anxious animals, I work with anxious animals, and I even work with animals who are having physical problems. Even to the end of life, if you want to know whether they're ready to pass, or they're ready to move on. So sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, and help them through the healing process. Now, just a funny little addition is I'm now in the business of checking in on animals while their person is on vacation. I'm doing 3 weeks for a lady who's got 3 cats, and she's going to be in Great Britain for 3 weeks. So I'm going to touch base with your cats during that time. My husband said, well, isn't somebody taking care of them? Yes, I'm not feeding them. Remote stuff does not feed them or clean the litter box. So it doesn't go that far. I do that stuff too.
Awesome. Yeah, I know that's very important. As I mentioned, when I left my dog for, I want to say about 10 days or so, I said that would have been handy just because I felt like I heard that from my parents that she said that she was actually missing me. So it's important to kind of do that. So I wanted to drill a little bit deeper to find out kind of like your secret sauce, so to speak, or what do you feel like makes you and your business unique?
Well, what makes me unique? Well, a lot of people say being an animal communicator makes me unique because a lot of us haven't heard about it until they've met somebody who does it, right? But beyond that, my focus is on families. I work with people who think their animals are part of their family. And if that doesn't if that doesn't resonate, I'm not probably the right person to work with. So I treat people and their animals as families, and family situations and conversations that we should have together about what's not working in the relationship, and also what do we love about them, especially at end of life. what do you really need to hear from your animal, and what do you need to tell them so that everybody's okay with letting go of a relationship that's so dear. So yeah, I focus, families, that probably is the biggest word. I even say I work with people who love their animals as much as or more than the people in their lives sometimes,
Yeah, sometimes there are people that you, you do love more than you love the
Yeah.
animals a lot more than a lot of people. So I think somebody could kind of that resonates with a lot of people. I'm sure.
If you're honest, yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to switch gears a little bit, and I wanted to ask you for what I call a CEO hack. And this could be an app, it could be a book, but the idea is something that makes you more effective and efficient as a CEO.
Um, well, I thought I had to think about that. I think I do is I have a routine. I don't do it perfectly, but it focuses my mind on and my body on the highest, being there purposefully through the day. I get up, I do some yoga, I do an energy healing for myself and for all my clients, 2- and 4-footed, present and past. And then I do a kind of a short prayer of, well, I never share this with people, but I turn my life and will over, and I ask for good things, and that I do the right thing for everybody I come in contact with. And that sets my day up, to be focused in the right way. So
Yeah,
that's
and
my
it's
hack.
yeah, I love that, and it's huge. And you looked and talked a lot about vibrating higher, trying to vibrate higher early in the morning, and doing those regular activities. I see the difference myself, and me being able to win the day. In order to win the day, I have to win the morning, and when I'm able to do those things on a regular basis, I'm more
Yeah,
successful.
it really makes a difference. And I have to recommit sometimes, like, it doesn't matter, but it does. It
Yeah,
does.
you can see the differences. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. Well, I wanted to ask you now for what I call a CEO nugget. So this might be like a word of wisdom or a piece of advice that you would tell an entrepreneur or business owner.
Um, yeah, thought about that too. I would say figure out what you don't know. So for me, it was marketing. I'm a great animal communicator and healer, not a hill of beans knowledge about marketing. If you don't know about marketing, get somebody to teach you. Go into a school, find somebody who's a guru in the area, because people won't use you if they don't know about you. I know all about the secret, and you just think, I'm going to fill my practice, but you still have to be out there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
still got to be out there, and you got to market in whatever way is comfortable for you. So that's my nugget.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Oftentimes for a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, a lot of the name of the game is visibility. So you have this great service that you're providing, this great product, but nobody knows about you. So you have to be able to kind of close that gap. So I love that CEO hack. And I think it's definitely CEO nugget. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
definitely think that's underrated. So what I wanted to do is now ask you, which is probably my most exciting question. It's just kind of your definition of what it means to you to be a CEO, because we'll have different types of CEOs on the podcast. I know you mentioned you had a different experience and had been a CEO before, but I wanted to ask you now, like, what does being a CEO mean to you?
You asked great questions, by the way, Gresh. Thank you. For me, it means personal responsibility. It's like uh, there's nobody else to blame for how it's going. Um, I have to be crystal clear about who I am, the high vibration. What am I doing? How am I treating people? Have I thought about what I'm trying to give to the world? Am I overwhelmed now and I need to find good people to give some of the work to other people, which is what I'm finding. Do I have, all those questions, it's personal responsibility, taking responsibility for creating what I want to happen. And that includes life too. It's like personal responsibility in not only in work, but how's that working with the life balance? And, am I still while I'm doing all this stuff, am I still in connection with my husband and my kids and my dogs and my cats and my sister? That's my piece.
I love that. And I think that kind of sometimes you hear that a lot where the buck stops with you, so to speak, for as an entrepreneur and business owner. If you want to make changes in your business, make changes in your life, then a lot of times it's things that you can do to kind of make that happen. So I love that definition. And it's a great reminder for entrepreneurs and CEOs. So Maribeth, I truly appreciate you for taking some time out of your schedule to kind of speak with us. I wanted to pass the mic to you one more time, so to speak, to see if there was anything additional you want to tell us about your business, tell us about any pieces of wisdom or words, or pieces of wisdom or pieces of advice that you might have for any entrepreneurs and business owners.
Uh, all right. So the biggest thing I think, and I'm probably preaching to the choir, but perseverance. I found that it looks really easy on the outside, but getting up and doing it again and trying it again and trying another way and revising, and I'm getting a little bit of a thicker skin, but I'm willing to look and see what worked and what didn't work, and keep on trucking and hold those people that love what you're doing dear to your heart, and keep them there as you keep working and moving forward.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of people that become successful is not necessarily because they're smarter, because or any of these other factors. A lot of times it's just because they keep going. So I think that's a phenomenal kind of message to leave us with. So I wanted to ask, just if people are listening to this, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you and to get in touch with you?
Okay, thank you. I have a website, sacredgrove.com, and my joke is, because I've heard it, it's not Scary Grove, and it's not Sacred Groove. We ain't doing that either. SACREDGROVE.com, sacredgrove.com. I do have a phone number, 703-259-9012, and an email address, Maribeth, which I have to spell, Maribeth at sacredgrove.com. So those are the ways to get a hold of me.
Awesome. Well, I truly appreciate it, Maribeth, and we'll have those links in the show notes as well, to the link to our CEO Chat podcast we did together as well too, which is a little bit more longer form. But I truly appreciate everything that you are doing and everything you did, and definitely taking time out of your schedule.
Thank you for the gift of being able to talk about this, Gresh. It's really a pleasure to do this with you as well.
Awesome. Well, I hope you have a phenomenal rest of the day.
Thank you. You too.